A Touch of Hart. Episode 2. Hart makes a case against retirement. Hart, you're pacing. Without stopping, Hart said, I'm always pacing. It's a Belgian Malinois thing. We pace a lot. I know, Hart, but this feels different. I find they're taking a long time to decide about accepting me, Hart said. It's only been a few days, Hart. Remember, you're the first animal to apply for membership in the Blind Welfare Association. Have some patience. In the meantime, why don't you think about how you want to introduce yourself to people? What do you want them to know about you? Hart stopped to pant. I was a good police dog. I loved my work. The police retired me. I could have worked longer. I get that was disappointing, Hart. But the canine police were looking after your well-being. They were trying to protect you when you went blind. And I wanted to take care of you. Hart wasn't buying this. But I was finding guns and ammunition and illegal drugs. Even when they said I was blind, I could see. Not really, Hart. You couldn't see with your eyes. You know, finding drugs and guns never depended on my eyes. Sight is a dog's third sense. First the smell, then hearing, then sight. My work depended on smell, so why should it matter if I couldn't see? You're right, Hart. I read studies that say a dog's sense of smell is connected to sight, and smells actually make pictures in a dog's brain. Exactly. Most of the time, police dogs don't see the things we find. We just smell them and know they're there. True, Hart. But you know, when you go into your work zone, you only think about finding that smell because you get that ball to play with if you find illegal things. Without your sight, you could run into something and hurt yourself, or you could run straight off of a cliff. I took you to the police dog training center once. You ran for the ball and ran straight into a 4-foot deep drain. Your nose isn't going to protect you from harm's way. It will only lead you to what you're searching for. Hart barked. That's how he interrupts me. The police should have asked my opinion before retiring me, he said. Really, Hart? You should have had a conversation with the police about retiring? Well, yeah. Dogs don't need their eyes to see, and they don't need words to talk. All they had to do was watch me work, and they would know I loved my job. I worked well, and I wanted to keep working. I found a gun in a house after I went blind. I found drugs, too. Like I said, Hart, sometimes we don't see the danger we're in, so we need someone who will look out for us and protect us. I'm taking the police side about your retirement, Hart. You would say that because I wouldn't be living with you if I was still working. We should all be judged on our performance. Sometimes there's more than one way to look at an issue, Hart. Yes, you could have worked at the airport as you were doing when you were losing your sight, and the police were trying to figure out what to do with you. But you wouldn't be able to work in the forest or on a mountain. Maybe not, but blindness never defined my life or my work. All I can say, Hart, is that your situation was complicated. The police made the decision they felt was best for you. And who ever heard of a blind police dog? Who ever heard of an animal in the Blind Welfare Association? There's a first time for everything, said Hart. When I get accepted, I will tell everyone, be whatever you want to be in life. Don't let anyone keep you back. Don't give up on yourself or anybody else. You're going to be great at whatever you decide to do. There's more than one path to happiness, Hart. I know that. Just wait and see. I'm thinking, should I ask Hart when everyone is going to hear his voice? Once again, Hart read my mind. Have patience, he said. Have patience. Follow Hart's adventures and A Touch of Hart on Spotify and YouTube. A Touch of Hart was written by Debbie Jacob. Recorded by sound engineer Makela Sapphire Rose in Studio 303 at the University of Trinidad and Tobago, UTT, Academy for the Performing Arts.